Well, hello, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because Infinite Warfare has gotten some 3 new DLC weapons. And the good thing is, you can actually access 2 of these weapons by completing challenges. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the RVN Assault Rifle. And as you can see here, I actually accessed both RVN Assault Rifle and the UMD Machine Pistol. But as I said, this one's going to strictly focus on the default version of the RVN Assault Rifle. I don't have any variants from supply drops, just going to focus on the default, plain, ordinary, boring version that you can get by completing challenges. So, with the RVN Assault Rifle, a lot of people worried that it's going to be overpowered because one of those DLC weapons. It's actually not overpowered. I would say it's a little underpowered. It feels just like the Type 2, but burst fire. So if you are comfortable using the Type 2, you're going to pretty much like the RVN. Now, there are a couple of good things and bad things about this gun. The good thing is it's really accurate and the bursts come out really quick, which means you can pretty much snipe people anywhere on the map, assuming you're not, like, ridiculously far. But the bad thing about this gun is it's a 2-shot burst, and you're going to need at least 3 shots to down your target, meaning it's going to take at least 2 bursts to kill your target. So that's kind of like the downside to it. It's not really that effective at the battlefield. I mean, it doesn't really hamper the gun's ability to kill too much because the bursts come out really quickly, but at close range, if you don't split it in 2 and have those electric knuckles available, your target's mostly going to beat you in that gunfight because, well, burst guns aren't the best at close range. So when you split the gun in 2, you actually get these electric brass knuckle taser-like weapons, and they're strictly used for punching in close range. Now, you actually get a little bit of commando when you're using these taser knuckles, and if you guys remember from MW2, commando is basically a perk that allows you to lunge forward, giving you more distance on your melee attacks. This kind of has a little bit of commando, but it's hardly noticeable. You can't, like, fly to people with shotguns like you used to in MW2 or, like, freaking fly across the map. You can beat people at close range who are using knives and fists, but the distance that you lunge forward is very, very slight. You still can't compete with shotgun users, and if the guy using the knife is very skilled, he can easily dodge your punch. Because after you punch, it takes a little while for your character to get back into a fighting stance, which means you can't be tasering everybody as fast as you would usually punch them. So, I already said the bursts come out really, really quick and the gun has little to no recoil. What a lot of people don't know is that the bursts in this weapon cycles, which means you can actually hold down the trigger and the gun will continue shooting burst after burst after burst until you run dry. It is an energy weapon, which means the magazine will regenerate over time. You don't necessarily have to reload, which means if you're using that fuser attachment, whatever it's called, you can actually regenerate the ammo while you're shooting, because while you're shooting, it's regenerating really quickly in between bursts, meaning you never really have to reload. So it's really, really interesting, really useful, and the gun actually has a built-in red dot sight, which means you won't need to have to put an optic on it. So for attachments, I would kind of say quick draw, that energy fuser thing that rebuilds your ammo, and maybe stock, so you can line up those longer shots a lot easier. And other than that, that's basically about it for the gun. It's not that great, it's not that bad. It's just a gun that you want to use for fun. I wouldn't really see this gun winning a lot of games because, again, it's very inconsistent. It doesn't feel like you get all the kills you need, all the kills you want to get. Even these brass knuckles, at times, you punch somebody and you miss. And then you see with the burst guns, even it has a little bit of recoil, it gives you kind of a hard time to hit moving targets because the gun is very, very accurate. So, it's really inconsistent, but it's just really, really fun. So, if you want to unlock the RVN Assault Rifle for yourself, you gotta do 3 things. 1, use an energy weapon, like the Type 2, or the Volk. I think it was, yeah, the Volk is also an energy weapon. So use the Volk, use the Type 2. I believe you gotta put an optic on it, and you also gotta put an emblem, a tag, acquired through Weapon Prestige. Now, every time you prestige your weapon, you are given a dog tag, a dead or alive marker, or a demon skull, depending on what weapon prestige that weapon is on. But anyway, you just gotta attach one of those little tags. I believe you gotta put an optic on it, and then you just have to get 200 kills with that energy weapon, and there you go, you're gonna unlock the RVN. Now, I don't know if the RVN is really underpowered. I feel like it's really inconsistent, maybe because I need more practice with it, but let me know for yourself, if you guys have the RVN unlocked, is it really inconsistent for you? Is it a master weapon? Is it overpowered? I'm not really too sure. I feel like it's just really inconsistent and not that great. So if you like this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at DavontosMan, and as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.